Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Salam, Wendim Ras. It's your brother Wendim Ras Mario out here. Well, brother Wendim Mario Tafari here. Reporting for the Rastafari Foundation, the Rastafari Church of the Firstborn of Yehuda Moa Ambessa Mahiba, the Lion of Judah Society, and the Warrior Order of the Ethiopian-Hebrews, and we want to have a reasoning on Jacob and Esau. We just recently got finished with the 8th Torah portion, why Ishlak, yep. And we come to the death, coming towards the end of the death of Esau, and we have the announcement of Esau's descendants, and Yaakov returned to the land that was promised unto him by Yahweh Kadamawa Haile Selassie I. And we want to address some reasonings where people have issues with Jacob and the blessings, and a lot of non-grounded Christians. You say, we have ones that say Jacob stole Esau's blessing, and Israel wasn't right, Jacob was right, he had 2 wives, and we want to dispel these lies, with proper studying, as the scriptures say in 1 Timothy, study to show thyself approved, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word from truth, the word of truth. So we seek to establish what this word of truth is, and rebuke some of these sayings that, Jacob stole the birthright. They're not properly understanding really the Hebrew. And you could say that the story of Jacob and Esau, it really covers 3 Torah portions, 3 strongs. We have Toledot, where we have the entry with the birth of Rivka, of Isaac and Yaakov, Slika, of Jacob and Esau, and going to Wyatt say, and he went out when Yaakov left for Padan Aram, or Syria, or that's when Rebecca sent him to her brother Laban, and there's a whole thing that goes on there. And then we have 3rd portion where Yaakov returns Ishlak, and I notes here, and I have our study notes. Yes, Ishlak, and he sent. This is when Yaakov sent presents to appease Esau, and so we have Jacob and Esau. We have the generations of Isaac. That's what Toledot is, generations to the coming death of Isaac, and the announcement of Esau's descendants and the clans and kings of Edom. So there's a lot of information that's covered on Yaakov, and this is just going to be a first vid to really, let's really establish what we're going to try to get ones and ones to understand first, then hopefully gather an understanding and overstanding. So I showed the Hebrew book, the Susino Kumash, and we're using the Hebrew we're using some of the Hebrew commentaries. And I have done a little research, so on the commentators of Chumash, the Jewish commentators that we have here. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 commentators that's providing the footnotes that we have here in the Chumash. And check out the site Hebrews for Christians, because a lot of, I know one of the commentators, his name's Rashi. Rabbi Rashi. He's in here. So, we have a lot of good sources here. We're not using the Tanakh. We're using the real Hebrew text. Well, it's still Ashkenazi, but it's not the Tanakh. Not just not Tanakh, because I'm sure that's a good starting point for one-to-one. But we want to read from where it begins in Toledot, where, here we are. And these were the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begot Isaac. Isaac was 40 years old when he took Ribkah, the daughter of Bethuel, the Armenian, of Padan Aram. And we have the Armenians coming into the New Testament in Christ of Armenian church, one of the 5 mother churches, along with the Ethiopian-Hebrews church, the true professing church of Christos HaMoshiach Yeshua, and our Black Lord and Savior. So, we have that. Wanted to point that out as well, because there's a lot of history there. In Syria right now. And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife, because she was barren. And Yahweh let himself be entreated of him. And Ribkah, his wife, conceived, and the children struggled together within her. And she said, if it be so, wherefore do I live? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. Now, there's a lot of things where they say here in the Hebrew commentaries where she went to inquire of Yahweh at. We will say that for another time, but they say she went to the school of Shem. And if you know who Shem is, Shem was the chosen of one of Noah's sons, where the chosen line descended. And the Shem in the Hebrew, the Hashem, is the name of he who he be. So since she went to inquire of the Lord here, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 peoples shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. Now, that is where we wanted to really start this foundation, where we want to start the teaching that the elder shall serve the younger. Almighty Yahweh Kadamah Haile Selassie I revealed this unto Rebekah. Now get that. He revealed this to Issachar. He revealed this to Rebekah. And a lot of people, and I'm not sure if they forget this or they don't recognize the importance that they will, or how did Jacob stole the birthright? No, it was already said here by the Almighty Yahweh that the elders shall serve the younger. This was before Esau sold the birthright, and we want to get to that. We actually want to get to that next. Well, there's one thing we want to bring out in this reading on Esau and Yaakov that we're going to come back to at a later point, of the hand and the heel. The heel that Yaakov held Esau's heel, and the significance of that, and the prophecy in the end times in the book of Esdras, in second Esdras, or the book of Israel. And if you know Israel is, I know that Israel was the scribe of Israel. He was there in the time of the Babylonian well, he was returning to Jerusalem during the time of Nehemiah, during the Babylonian captivity back to Jerusalem, and Israel was responsible for the weekly Torah portion, that I follow. He felt that it was important that these teachings, that the weekly Torah portion was established, so the children of Israel would be able to remain strong in the faith and not rebel against the teachings of the Almighty Yahweh, Kadamah Selassie. So Israel is really important to I, and one, the weekly Torah portions, and two, that a lot of the prophecies of the end times were revealed unto him. And this was during the time of the rebuilding of the temple, after the destruction of Solomon's temple, actually. So yeah, we want to get to Israel's prophecy. We're going to bring it out here, but we're going to get into it deeper in another vid, because we just want to lay a foundation of the things that we want to get across in this first vid. So that was verse 23, where the Lord gave that prophecy unto Ribkah, that the elder shall serve the younger. Verse 24, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. You see, it's not even revealed that Issachar knew that she was having twins. That's very important, that prophecy was given to Rebecca and not Issachar. Very important. We're gonna get into that. The first came forth